Alright, there was a crack here. I looked at it, it's actually the mesh tape pulling. So, got to retape this. So I just got some paper tape, some 90-minute compound. I would prefer to use 45 on something like this, as long as you're not using like 20 because it's too hard to work with. It'll dry too quick on you. So I cut it out all the way, cut all the tape out, and there's a crack in the drywall. A little bit about drywall: when you hang it, you have to tape it, because if you don't tape it, the house will settle and move, and it'll crack along those along the seams where they meet. So you have to put some kind of adhesive in there, so when you put the mud down, when the drywall kind of shifts, the tape holds it together. So it's kind of like a band-aid. So, anyways, all right, here we go. So when you take your drywall knife, kind of measure it the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can always kind of trim it up. So just take it along the crack, what you got. And the crack's actually kind of short, so I'm just going to cut it. Kind of eyeball it the best you can. And then take your knife, put it on something flat, and just kind of press down and pull it, and it rips it off real good. Then you want to put your mud down, and this stuff will be real easy to work with. And the tape's got a crease in it, so when you're taping like corners, you want to put that inside the corner. That's kind of what it's made for. So when you're doing like corners and stuff. Anyways, get a good amount of mud on there. Not too much. You don't want to get it all over the place. And just kind of lay it down and spread it across. Mud's pretty messy. Just the best you can, just to make sure it's all flat across. It's kind of shy in there, so I'm going to put a little bit more down. And when you put your tape down, you kind of squeeze it. So enough to where you can see where you're trying to get the tape down at. So that's all covered. Make sure the joint's all covered. But you don't want a shitload on there. So anyways, that's down. So take your piece you cut. And I prefer to put the corner like inside, kind of try to match it with the joint. So, see where you're at. Get right on the center of that. It's just a little bit short. Get it right on that center. And I kind of pull it off like that. Pull it tight so there's no bubbles or nothing in it. You don't have to go super crazy on it. But you do want it down. And when you put it down, you want to make sure there's enough in the joint. Like there's kind of shy. I'm not the best at this. I'm not really busting anything, man. I don't want to make all these videos. It's kind of something to do, I guess. Try to squeeze all that mud out, and if you don't get it down all the way, or what you think might be all the way, because if you don't get it down all the way, then it kind of bubbles. You can always like put some more on your finger. I like to get it perfect so then I'm not fucking with it. Because taping, if you tape it and then it's bubbling and you would have to like somehow cut it out, you don't want to do that. So I just squeeze all the mud out of that sucker. Get it to where I'm pretty happy with it, where I'm pretty sure it's tight and down, so it's not hanging off the ceiling. And you kind of put the pressure on there and it squeezes the mud out of it. So, like I said, not too crazy. And then you just put the top coat on. And you're really just mainly getting it down, but you know, if you can put a top coat on when you're getting it down, go for that. So that's why I got some good compound, man. Lets me put a lot on, which is nice. And then just clean it up pretty good. I pulled it off just a little bit. It's a little bit long in that corner. So I guess I shifted it, I moved it. But it should be no big deal. And this is basically what it's supposed to look like when you got it done. Or there's that divot in there, I just hung the tape in there. So you can see, this is a bad camera. That's basically putting it down. Here's the corner I was talking about. Hung up just a little bit. You kind of press it in, but see how it's on the wall a little bit? So I want to cut that off. So, but anyways, that's it. That's the first coat down. Should have like no problems with it. Looks pretty flat and pretty wet. So 90-minute compound, I got 90 minutes to wait on it. So we'll see, you know, should be good. So that's about it. And then in the rest of this master, just beige walls, like I said. Here's some more of the smoke damage. You can see it pretty good. So, which is, you know, tragic for the homeowner because, you know, he comes home and there's a fire in the house. Now he's got all this kind of damage. And here's the border. Got to get this off today. I was kind of pulling it a little bit earlier. You know, got to get this off. I don't think I'll have a problem with glue on the wall because when you remove, sometimes you have a problem with glue on the wall. But I don't think I will. So you just get the top of the paper off when you're doing this. And then you get like a wet rag and soak the hell out of it, and then just take like a drywall knife and you know, and kind of take the drywall knife and scrape it like that to try to pull it off. And when you get it wet, it kind of pulls the glue off too. So, and then in here it's just white. So white walls, white ceiling, remove the border. Here's another crack, but this is just, this could be some more tape pulling, but I'm not going to get in too bad to that. Because, you know, because it's not really bad. The other crack was really bad. There was, I don't know, probably 1/16 of an inch gap. Maybe this, you can't even see it. So, in anybody's house you get those. So, I don't know. That's about it. Not too much. A little bit of water damage in here. Just a little bit of mud work. Kind of hold it where you can see it. This finish is kind of bad. So I'm going to take some mud and take a knife and run it all the way through there to get all this imperfection out that looks like hell. So that's about it. A little bit of corner bead repair right here, which is, you know, just basically a patch. I'm not going to pull the corner bead off. You know, that's not necessary. So other than that, that's about it. Coming along pretty well. Like I said, I got this master. I got this bedroom. White on the ceilings. And leaving the border. So, then I got in here too, which is white, leaving underneath the wallpaper. So, that's about it. Here's a little bit better on my lines. You know, I kind of showed you guys cutting the line with the blue. I would have done it with this. This is better. This is just one coat too. It's a little bump in there. I'll straighten that out on the second coat. But you know, perfect. So, all the way around. Got this nice work light too. You need one of these. 1,000-watt halogen. So that's cool. And here's the blue. This is just first coat. So I gotta fix this. It's just, you know, this is flat paint, so you can kind of just run right over it again. You don't really necessarily need to repaint it all. This corner needs a little bit of caulk. Looks like another cut just in here a little bit. I can see it from here. This is not an HD camera. Here's one that's dry. So, you know, pretty good. I would say about perfect. About, you know, just as good as any other painter does it. You know, the edges, no paint on them anywhere. And when you tape, the only thing we really use tape for is we tape the base, because when you're rolling, you tend to get a lot of splatter, and that's all over. I mean, I can freehand these all in, probably left-handed, and, you know, not even need any tape. So, you know, after a while, you get the hang of it. So, but you know, you always do tape the base, because when you're rolling, you get splattered. So, here's in here. I did a little bit of mud work in here. You know, just got to clean this tile up a little bit. That's drywall mud. So you just take a wet rag, and that just wipes right off. So it's not paint. You know, the ceiling's pretty good. Some work from the last guys. It's not really that great, but you know, maybe I'll fix it. Maybe I won't. I didn't even notice that, to be honest. When I did, it was kind of dark in here. So, and then the big room. This is the room I really got to get moving in. Man, I got this whole, there's some more tape up there. That's going to be another taping job. So, which should be easy, but I mean, you know, it takes time. And I'm just kind of weighing out my time here. I'm staying late, doing late days, etc. Yeah, look at that crack. That's a giant crack. That I'm just going to fill with caulk, because when you look at it, it probably is on a tape line, but it's, you know, that would be for caulk, because that, I can see from here, that's probably an 1/8 inch of a gap. So, you know, you take some caulk, you caulk that real good, you lay a good bead in there, and then you just take a rag and wipe it all flat and clean up your edges, and, you know, it'll look perfect. That you really can't do anything about. You just want to fill that hole. So, and here, this looks like hell. That's another taping job. You can see the tape pulled. So, other than that, it's coming along pretty good. There's another taping job. So, I got a lot of work to do, man. A lot of work. And I need a truck. Or I need to take that ladder and get it over here sometime at like 2 in the morning. I don't want a ticket, man. I don't need another ticket. So here's some more of the smoke damage. It just looks like hell. So got the Q101 going. Anyone who knows me, man, knows I love Q101. I listen to Q101 all day. And this is pretty cool. I like this. I mean, this guy's got cars and stuff. He's actually on vacation, so the house is mine. Woo! So, other than that, you know, not too much. That's pretty much a better walkthrough. So this is kind of where I'm at now. Like I said, a lot of contractors will say, "Oh, his lines aren't good. Your lines were kind of whatever, not straight for our needs." I mean, I never have really complaints. It depends on how dark you're going. I mean, the darker you're going, the better you really got to be, because, you know, if you're going real dark, you can see it better. So this is pretty dark, especially with the light. You can see the contrast pretty good. So, I don't know. I just did these today. It took about, I don't know, 20 minutes. 20 minutes to do all the way around. Plus the door frames, which, you know, this is not paint for me. It's from the last guys. So maybe I'll clean that up, maybe I won't. Because when you're doing it, you know, you could get blamed for it, and yeah, I don't know. So, you know, that's about it. Base is taped like usual because, you know, when I'm going to roll this sucker out, gotta have it protected. So, I don't know. I'll keep making movies if people want to watch them. So, I kind of like doing them. You know, anyone that knows me knows I love this stuff, so, I don't know. Kind of what I like, all I really think about, you know. It's fun. It's good, honest work. The money's pretty good, you know. The job sites, hanging with the guys, stuff like that is pretty, you know, it's fun. It's just like a lifestyle. So, I don't know. A lot of people don't get it, and I don't know, man. Whatever. So, anyways, anyone who does, you know everybody how it goes. So, maybe I'll show you guys how that turned out. Kind of a little bit of bubble up in there, just a little bit, where it wasn't all the way down. So you can take a drywall knife and cut that, and then just when you're putting the next coat on, you can put the coat on top of that. You know, like I said, I'm not the best taper. I'm not really a taper. I mean, I can do it, you know, and my work is perfect. Homeowners are always happy. I never get a complaint from a customer. I always get more jobs. So I don't know, you know, kind of learned this stuff over the years. Through different companies. Started construction when I was 16, you know. Started laboring when I was 16, which was at a greenhouse, a local greenhouse. And they had me like loading trucks and planting trees, landscaping, etc. And I still work for those guys. So the economy is just horrible for us, man. I mean, you know, and it's bad for everybody, I completely understand. But, you know, there's just no work. Nobody's spending money on houses. How many jobs are you going to get like this? I think in the last couple of years, I've maybe had big jobs that someone wanted to let me do was, I don't know. It depends. I've had a couple come up over the years, but, you know, no one has the money. No one's really staying working. And so, you know, you take what you can. So, you know, that's about it. This room, this master, is going to be the same as that hallway, which was that beige. So, you don't want to look at me. You want to look at what we're talking about here. These walls are going to be that beige in the hall too, and just the white ceiling. So, easy. So, that's about all. Another nice day. Nice view, man. Look at this jacuzzi. Imagine having this house. That would be pretty nice. So, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to watch these movies, but, you know, I had a couple buddies who said they want to watch. So, yeah, that's about all. Maybe I'll show you doing the top coat. You guys have kind of already seen me do some taping. So, I don't know. That's pretty much what I do, man. Just like finish work. I mean, I'll take anything, but that's what I would say I'm the best at. That's what everybody knows me as. Brad the Painter. Which, yeah, whatever. It's all right. Everything I own's covered in paint. Look at me. Everything I own is destroyed. My cars, interiors of cars, all kinds of shit, man. I'm just covered head to toe. It's like it never comes off. Paint my hair, paint my beard, well, whatever hair I got. Painting my beard, all kinds of shit, man. Paint all over my car, paint all over my hands, my coats, everything. Well, whatever. I don't know. Like side job, it's good, but full-time work, man. The only time you're going to get full-time work, being able to stay painting, is spring, summer, which will be coming up. It's nice. It's getting warm. So, I don't know. I was actually working some crappy job that I had to go get, and they actually fired me. So, I had this job in the process. They fired me, you know, and it wasn't even like technically fired. I mean, they told me to reapply. So, how did they tell you to reapply if they just canned you? So I don't know, was it another, and it was a temporary position. Was it another, I don't know. We have worked just this little bit amount of time, like, you know, all the stuff I'm used to. We just have this much work, and we're telling you it's something great. I don't know, man. This is Illinois now. This is 2014. This is Illinois. So, I don't know. If you got a trade, you got a skill, and you can take a job and make some money, I would say, you know, definitely do what you got to do. And, you know, if you got to advertise, whatever you got to do, man, do what you got to do. ain't nobody paying your bills. So, and who cares? Whatever anyone thinks. So, whatever. That's about it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what everyone thinks about more videos. So, all right. Bye.